Hi everyone, welcome back to Java 1 for All. In this video, we are going to talk about when we have another option and that's not using the logical not. So remember that I was saying that sometimes we have a condition in life. So if I don't see any car coming, I will cross the road. Else, otherwise, I will just wait until there is no car. I will buy a PS5 today if I have money. Otherwise, else I will wait until I have enough money to buy it. I will get rich by studying Java 1 for All with DevDojo. Otherwise, else I will have to study way more because DevDojo is awesome. So these kind of things, as you can see, there is always a counterpart. You have the condition and something that happens if that condition is not happening. In our case, in Java, we do have one solution for that. That is the keyword else. So else is like the opposite of the if. So it will always be executed if the if is not executed. Again, else is the default option if this statement is not true. For example, we do have here the same. We are doing this conditional, checking if it's not allowed to buy alcohol. But the difference between this else and this one, because here we have if true and if false. In this case, this line is going to be executed. Either this is executed or not. So it doesn't matter, it will always be executed. But since we are working with the same variable, we would like to have the else because they are related. So if is allowed to buy alcohol, else it means that I'm not allowed by default. So we can copy this one and let's see here the results. I am going to check here. So age 15 is greater or equals than 18. No, this is false. So you will see that this will be executed by default. So let's debug this. Shift F9. So is allowed to buy alcohol. False. And you will see pressing F8, it goes straight into the else body. F9 to resume the program. You can see the result here. And if I change the age to 21, you can see that the if it's executed because it's allowed to buy alcohol true. But if I press F8 again, it will just skip the else part. So when you have a condition that you would like to have one option if it's true and another option if it's false, the correct way to do it is through else. And like if, else also, if you don't have more than one statement, you could have only the line, Control Shift F10. Otherwise, it works. Let me just change here to 12, and you will see that we'll have, sorry, you're not allowed to buy alcohol twice. But again, it's better to type the body. Now, so far so good because we are working with either yes or no. But what happens if we have more than one condition? Let's say that we are working in a system that would like to classify the categories of students joining the soccer, the football team. And basically you have like more than one option because, for example, if it's lower than 15 years old, is junior. And if it's between 15 years and 17 is junior. And no, sorry, it's a senior. And if it's greater than 18, greater or equals than 18, it's masters. So you see, you have more than two options, and then if else doesn't work properly. But we do have another option. For that, let's just do a quick refactor. I don't want to use this class anymore, and I want to rename. But remember, if you rename the class, you have a problem because the class file, the file should have the same name as the class. So never do this directly. You have two options, either selecting here or here. But you press Shift F6 on IntelliJ to refactor. And I will just add 01 here. Because now I'm going to copy this name and create a new class. And it will be conditional statements 02. Same thing, PSVM, press tab, and I will give you here a small problem. So if age is lower than 15 years old, I would like the category to be junior. If the age is greater or equals than 15 and age is lower than 18, the category will be, we can say senior. And then if age is greater or equals than 18, I would like the category to be masters. So as you can see, we have three options, and we would like to print a message category something based on the age. So let's start here, int age. Let's start with age 15, and I will start with this simple if that we already know how to do it. So if age is lower than 15, I would like to print category junior. Now, else if the category is between 15 and 18, so else, and then we have another option that's adding one if. So else if the age is between 15, greater or equals than 15, and age is lower than 18, Ctrl+L to format a code, you are going to show category senior. And if neither of these options is the true option, it means that I only have one flow. That's else. So you cannot have one else without an if. Okay, remember you cannot have like two else. Else should always come after if, either else if or if. And you have two options. You can explicitly say, hey, else if, and then age greater or equals than 18. But as you can see, the compiler, the JVM is smart enough to understand that you are covering all the possible scenarios. So either if you type like -1 million and +1 million, it will be in the range of these ifs. So I don't have to type the last one because it doesn't matter if it is greater than equals 18. It just should print whatever is inside this else statement. So category master, and let's try Ctrl+Shift+F10. Senior, let's press Ctrl+Alt+L. So why senior? Because the age is equals to 15, and as you can see, the equals is right here. So if I put 12, we should see junior, and if I put 20, I should see master. So there is a couple of things. The program should not allow me to have a negative age, but well, we will get there one day. Now, there is one important thing. Let's try to make our code a little bit better. I would like you to store this category inside the string and just print that string at the end. So I can create here a string called category. As you can see, I'm not initializing this category and I don't have any compilation error right now, but I'm going to just start assigning the category right here. As you can see, I'm just copying and pasting. Not lazy, just for performance reasons. There you go, and there's a typo. Now, I'm going to print the category. So, as you can see, we still have the same result, but our code looks a bit cleaner, a bit better to read. So that's some stuff that you have to keep in mind, but don't worry about that right now. In 120 classes, 100 or 200 classes, you start worrying about this. Now, there is one really important rule that I think I should mention right now. We have in Java scopes. Scopes can either be like class scope or method scope. If you are declaring variables, and we are going to see that when we talk about object orientation at the class level, for example, we type something here, we are declaring this variable at the class level. But right now we have been working all the time with local variables. Local variables are variables that we create inside a method. And that is one little rule that's extremely important. All the local variables, they must be initialized before you try to use them. So as you can see, category before we use, that's happening on line 17, we are always initializing. So it doesn't matter what age, what number, by the time the code reaches the line 17, we do have the category initialized. But if we remove this else, you will notice that now we have a compilation error. And basically it's saying, hey, there is a chance that the category might not have been initialized. So be careful when you are declaring variables locally. There are two ways to fix this problem, either returning the else or you initialize here. And by initializing it here, for example, nothing, you will see that if the category is not in the if or else if, Control Shift F10, it will print the value that you initialized. But if you have something, it will replace the value in memory with whatever you have in line 11 or line 13. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You can also initialize it with nothing. And if you remove this else, you will see that you won't have any results in your console. But let's just keep things like this for now. Okay, enough information for one video. I hope you are enjoying. See you in the next video. Bye.